Bodine 52, how are you folks? Today I'm going to show you Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic. Stay tuned. So, a lot of folks that follow my channel know that I have this 2000 Road King Classic. It goes by the name of Duke, and I know I've had it for just about a year and that I bought it used. And they've really been saying to me, hey, how's Duke been? How's Duke doing 1 year after you bought it? This is my second bike, but I think it may be my favorite. Let's get him out on the road and talk about it. So I've had Duke for just over a year. And actually got him late winter. I guess it would be 2019, actually. So I guess it's been a little longer than that. I better check that out. But it's been about a year, or just over a year it looks like, that I have had this beautiful motorcycle. And if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. I know there's been a ton of folks that have recently joined the Bodine 52 family. For that, I thank you. And if you have not met him yet, this is Duke, my 2000 Road King Classic. And I use Duke as a second bike. It is not a bike that I tour with. I hate to say it's a run-around town bike, but it's a run-around town bike. I haven't really taken it on any major long rides, probably a couple hundred miles max, but that's been about it. And I bought it for the purpose of what I am using it for, not necessarily to tour. But let me tell you a little bit about Duke and kind of why I got him. So I have always wanted a second bike. I am a Harley guy. Doesn't matter to me what you ride at all. So no matter what bike it is, I don't care, right? We're all in this fraternity of riding motorcycles, but I've been a Harley guy, and I've always wanted a second bike other than my touring model, which is a 2018 Ultra Limited. And been looking for a long time, decided I was going to get something used, something in pretty good condition, because I can do maintenance and basic stuff, but I'm not a mechanic. So I knew that getting an older bike had some risk, thus some dollars. So I will talk to you a little bit about the money I have spent on Duke. But the purpose of Duke was, again, to kind of run around town, but as much to get that old school feeling. And I've talked about this on other videos. The no phone, no GPS, no radio, just kind of out, hearing the motorcycle roar, hitting the road, doing all the things that we know and why we ride motorcycles, right? I would love for you to hear Duke, but unfortunately it is a little cold and very windy here in Michigan. And of course, I'm doing that without the windshield today because I wanted you to take a really good look at the motorcycle and the real reason that old classic look on why I bought Duke. But I ended up getting Duke. He was, believe it or not, I traded a quad for it and some money. But at the end of the day, I paid roughly about $4,000, $4,500 to get Duke with the trade. I just had a little bit out of pocket money, and the bike had 22,000 miles on it. So for me, it wasn't a ton of out of pocket money. And I had been searching for an older bike, whether it was a Heritage or really a Road King. And I just had my eyes set on a Road King, so I was always looking for something used, but really just did not pull the trigger. It's almost sacrilegious to talk while you're gearing up on Duke. It doesn't seem right. But so when I got Duke, I brought it home. Couldn't ride it because, again, it was the winter time. And but I knew I liked the look of the bike. I did ride it around the neighborhood. Very cold from the guy who bought it. I am the third owner of Duke. and really realized that I finally found that second bike. You know, the old, I found my motorcycle. I found my two motorcycles that I'm going to have forever. I'm in my mid-50s. I don't think I'm going to be getting another bike unless at some point I need to get rid of them because I can't handle the weight of them, and I'll get a trike or a three-wheel motorcycle. No doubt. I'll do that if that's what I need to do. If not, they're going to stay in the garage forever. I know we always say that something else happens, but so Duke has been really pretty good bike for me. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, what I didn't know necessarily I was getting into with a used bike. Now, I knew perfectly well it was going to cost me some money. You know, I was told that the bike had been maintained well. I was told that, you know, all the maintenance and stuff was done regularly on it, but I know that the guy I bought it from, I love that old barn. Think I could get my motorcycle up there and get a picture? Focus, Bodine, focus. But I really didn't know what I got. So, obviously I rode it, wanted to check the fluids, see how clean they were, and I felt comfortable enough to buy the bike. So, when I got it home, I did a pretty good safety check on it, felt comfortable, and rode it for maybe 1,500 miles. And then it came to my attention that the Road Kings, especially the older ones, and again, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm not sure which years, had some inherent problems, which I did not know, which are cam tensioners. So I took it over to my local mechanic because I don't have the skills for that, and he did an inspection of the bike, and I said, you know, maybe I need a 20,000 mile service. I really want it checked out good, but I need the cam tensioners checked. So he came back to me and he says, hey, look, cam tensioners are actually in really good shape. He goes, now let's check them again at 30, maybe 35, but they are in really good shape. He goes, this bike is in really excellent shape. He goes, now here's a couple suggestions. Number one is, I agree you should go ahead and get the 20,000 mile done. And I said, okay, this is a really bad intersection here. Regardless if it's green, I am always being careful here. But he said, you got to replace these tires. I'm like, whoa. I looked at the tires, they look fine. And he's like, yeah, if you look at the serial number on them, they're the originals. So while they may look fine, these things get dry rotted. And honestly, don't spend the money on the 20,000. You need tires first. And I said, okay, hey, that makes sense. Then I went back and forth for like 2 seconds, deciding if I was going to get the white walls again on Duke, and it was almost a no-brainer. Matter of fact, I mentioned it in a video, and people are like, dude, are you out of your flipping mind? Of course you are going to get white walls. So I did that, and glad I'm in, or glad I did. Sorry, a Goldwing went by me, and I got all flustered. I didn't know what to do. I don't kind of handshake those Goldwing guys give you. It's usually like a high five or something. I don't know. I'm joking because many of my friends ride Goldwing, so no more Goldwing comments, please. But I said, okay, fine. So he checks the cam tensioners, changes the tires, bam, there's $800. Okay, so hey, I get that. I'm feeling good about the bike now. I know the fluids, everything are fine in the bike for now. So I ride a couple more 1,000 miles on it and is super happy with it. And so now I'm, let's say, 4,000 into buying it, and I'm 800 into tires and cam tensioner change. So then I said, you know, this year, as a matter of fact, 3 or 4 weeks ago, I took it over to my mechanic again and said, okay, let's do the 20,000 on it. And he did that. Ended up costing me, I think, about $520, $530. I'm not going to go into whether you can do that yourself or not. I actually made a video on that I'll link in the description. It's actually right up here as well. So watch that once this one's done. Matter of fact, I'll put it at the end screen so you can just click on it and go to it. So now I am $5,400, $5,500 roughly into the motorcycle, and it's just still been awesome. I really just have had no problems with the motorcycle. Again, knowing when you buy something used, you're either going to be able to, or you're going to know you're going to have to work on it, or you're going to have some problems. But ultimately, the bike was in great shape. And now that we've done, I've really had the whole entire bike fully checked out and worked on, I'm comfortable that I can take care of it from now on. But I tell you what, it is just a fun bike. It weighs right around 770, if I remember, something like that. My ultra limit is over 900. And by the way, when you drive by something that's taking a nap on the road or dead on the road, do you look down at it? I gotta stop that. It's kind of odd. But it's just such a fun bike to run around town with. It definitely handles better. Love the classic look, the basicness of the motorcycle, the rumble of an older Harley when you're sitting at the light and you know it's just shaking a little bit, and just keeping it as classic as you can. I think I mentioned I do have a stage 1 on this thing that was came with it, but it's just been an awesome bike. So if you follow the channel, you will know that I have had a conversation about putting apes on this bike, and it was probably a month or two ago that I did that video, and the questions are flocking in about, dude, what are you doing? Are you doing it or are you not doing it? And I think they call these the original ram horn, maybe? I'm not sure what they call ram horn original bars. And I have decided that I am not going to put the bars on, and I am just going to keep the motorcycle as is. I will tell you, I strongly encourage you, if you're thinking about it, take your time, find that right bike, whether it's a Road King or a Honda or whatever it is manufacturer-wise. You will find one somewhere, and hopefully you'll get the same enjoyment that I am getting on this motorcycle, because I just love it. Bike has been great. It's fun. I look back at the bike when I walk away from it, and you know what that means. All right, folks, that is it for me. Thank you for hopping on, and I'll just tell you that 1 year after putting 3,000 or 4,000 miles as my second bike on the Road King Classic, I am super happy and so glad I did it, and I would do it again. Maybe I should get a third. I better go. Be safe, everyone. Stay healthy, stay vigilant, check on a friend.